Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my February book haul part 2. So, you're probably not going to see this for a couple of days after I film this, but I'm filming this on Monday morning because it's suddenly a snow day. We have like 2 or 3 inches out there, and they just closed the school district, and when they closed the school district, the place where I work, which has a lot of trucking and heavy equipment, does not run. So at this point, at least I'm going to stay home for a few hours and wait to see if it clears up. If not, I have a snow day, which means I have to use the sick day, but that's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to get some filming done, so you'll see this face a few times later in the week. So anyway, I don't know why I had to tell you that. Anyway, so again, I'm going to do this book haul. I have 13 books here, and then I have 1 book that's coming in the mail yet, so I'll probably tack that on at the end of the video. As I said, I bought a few more books than I was planning. Well, my other book haul is all completely extra. Yeah, those 20-some books, whatever. But these ones, I was trying to keep to my, I was trying to keep it to 10, but I did do a run to Powell's bookstore, and I just kind of, it was a stress day kind of thing where I just went and I bought books, and I feel like, that makes you feel better when you can just buy books. So I did. Anyway, so I'm going to go through the books. I have 1 book from Book Depository, 5 from Powell's, and then I have 7 from Amazon, because I had gift cards from Christmas. So most of these Amazon ones I didn't spend a dime on. Those are all free. So the money really came from the stuff from Powell's and the one from Book Depository, and then the one that's coming. No, even the one that's coming from Amazon is still from a gift card. So money-wise, I did really well for me this month, but I still accumulated a lot of books. Anyway, so the first one I got is the one I got from Book Depository. It's The Seeker by S.G. McLean. So I've seen this on Mel's Bookland Adventure, and I've been wanting to, she reads such great historical fiction, and this is one of the series that I saw of hers. I just got another one last month or so. Yeah, the C.J. Sansom, yeah. So I want to read both of them. They both sound intriguing. This one is during Cromwell's London, and I can't think of what the Seeker's name is, but I think he's kind of investigating things, so I don't know. But it sounds good. They all, and again, I like reading those kind of books. I just don't, I seem to have bought a lot of them recently, but this was one I still wanted to get, so I got it from Book Depository because it was cheaper. So we'll go through the other Amazon books. I did get the Leavenworth Case by Anna Catherine Green. This is supposed to be like the American Sherlock Holmes, or one of the first, at least the first mysteries of the kind from America. So I don't know a whole lot about it beyond that. I just thought that was Ebenezer Greece. Greece? G-R-Y-C-E. Grice? I don't know how you say that, guys. But I wanted to try this because that sounded awesome, that it's like one of the first mysteries from the U.S. And again, I wanted to read this. I don't remember what year. Darn it, I forgot about that, guys. It's 18-something, but I don't know. Well, that's not good for me. 1878. So anyway, I'm looking forward to picking that up. Might even happen in March Mystery Madness. I also picked up 7 Days in May by Kim Izzo. I saw this, I think, in one of the Advent books that was done over on Lindsey's little library, and I think she received this from somebody, and I was like immediately put it on my wish list, and I just waited until I had gift cards to buy it. And it has to do with some people on the Lusitania, I think, before that disaster. So it sounded good. So and it has to do, like, I guess there's 2 someone's in London as well, so so I don't know sure how it's all connected, but it sounded really cool. And again, it was on historical fiction. I just sounded cool. I don't know anything else about it. I also picked up the Strangler Vine by M.J. Carter on Mel's recommendation from her videos. And again, this is India 1837. So I think this is is it before? I don't remember which one of the India one, if it was before the Raj thing. I don't remember which one it is, but I picked it up because it's a mystery. And I don't have a lot of stuff from India. Again, one of my favorite books is called The India Fan by Victoria Holt, and it's really funny is that I don't have that many books though that actually take place in India, and that's like one of the only ones, and this is really old gothic romance, but I really love that book. But I wanted to pick up a few books, so this is one of the ones I picked up, and I don't know anything about it except that it's supposed to be, you know, a mystery, and I think this is the one where there's two different guys, one's working out something, you know, it's a mystery. I don't know enough about it. I want to just try it. I also got A Rising Man by Ibar Mukherjee. I don't know how you say that, sorry. So I can't remember if I saw this on her channel or somebody else's. It probably was her channel, on Mel's. And this again was somebody from Scotland Yard goes to Calcutta, and there's some I thought somebody dies. Yeah, a senior official dies. There's a mystery to it. So this one's more I think this is 1919. So this is later. I think they're for the two different, I think that's how I did it for different prompts. I'm not sure. But anyway, it sounded interesting. Different time period. And again, we get to go to Calcutta. So that's cool. And again, there's mysteries. I'm in a mystery mood. I bought a lot of mysteries this month. I was ready for March Mystery Madness. And that's not saying I don't already own like a lot of mysteries that I already planned to read. Now I'm like, I don't know. I also got The Widows of Malabar Hill by Sujata Masi. And this is India 1921. So, and I think this is one where she's the main character. Praveen is she's one of the first women lawyers. And I think she has a case. Something happens with somebody's, well, it looks like somebody's will, and there's a lot of suspicious paperwork. I don't know, but I heard that this series was really good. I think I saw this one on Rincey Reads. So I do want to read that on it, because I guess the second book is coming out pretty soon. So I thought, oh, I better pick up the first one. So anyway, so I got a lot of mysteries. I also did pick up Kinto by Jennifer. Cannot say that last name. Anyway, so this one I have tried already. Again, this is about Africa, and it's about the family Kinto. So a couple of generations. I don't remember how many now. I am going to give this another shot. I did try to read this, and I just think I was not in the headspace for a lot of the way that it's told, but I think it's going to be structurally supposed to work, but my brain was not liking it, because it's not the way I like to tell stories. And so, this is for the reading through. Most of these are for reading through the ages. I won't lie. Most of these books I bought were for reading through the ages, even though I haven't even started. That Mel and Victoria over at Eve's Alexandria is putting on this year. So this is for the Africa pre 1800, I think. But I'm going to try it again. I said I did try that one, and I just haven't made it through. And then the last new book, or book from Amazon that I got was that old Scoundrel Death by Bill Kreider. This is the last book by Bill Kreider. I'm very sad. This is the end of his series, at least at this, I'm pretty sure there's no more books coming out. He passed away last year, and it's kind of hard because I have this book and one other book left to read, and then right now I'm trying to collect all the ones that I'm missing in my collection. So I think this is number 24. I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12. So this is 25. So yeah. So I have. Anyway, so there's 25 of them all together in this series, and I'm gonna probably reread them at some point. But I did get his last book. And again, they're mysteries. They're like cozy county sheriff who takes care of this town in Texas, this county in Texas, and his small police force, and the government of the, you know, the town people and the community college nearby, and oh, it's a great little community. It's one of those books that, or those series that kind of build on each other. You grow, you know more and more people, even though there's always people dying because it's a mystery series. Anyway, so I really love that series. It's my favorite mystery series of all time. Anyway, so then I did a couple, I went over, did a little damage at Powell's bookstore, which is our big used bookstore, of course. I picked up Murder at the Brightwell. This is the first Emory Ames mystery by Ashley Weaver. I cannot remember, I've seen this on a couple people's channels, but I can't remember who just recently was talking about how good this was, and it's just blanking on me right now. But I bought that because it sounded kind of not the ordinary. I think she's, Emory Ames is married to someone, I don't know if, their marriage isn't going so well, but she's helping her ex-fiance with something, and then he gets caught up, someone I think dies, and then he's kind of caught up into it. So then there's a mystery. So I'm not sure. I've heard some good things, so I'd like to try another mystery. And this is, I don't remember what the year is in this. Actually, I have not a clue. So if you guys know, I don't know what the time period is. So anyway, but I'm thinking it's, you know, either before the war or after the war. I don't know. First, the Second World. I don't know. I don't know what the timeline is on that one. I also picked up Empress by, how do you say that? Sa? I don't know. So this one's for the Middle Ages in China, or is it, I don't know, something in China. This has to do with an empress or it's supposed to be like a controversial figure, and of the first and only female empress, or emperor. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I think this, again, I saw this on either Mel's or Victoria's channels. I don't know. So I'm going to try that. And then I also picked up Here Be Dragons by Sharon K. Penman. I think I picked this off the list that's on the Goodreads list for the Reading Through the Ages. And this is 13th century England. And I think it's, I'm guessing it's historical fiction. I think it's pretty straight historical fiction. So we're going to see. I don't know a whole lot about it. It just sounded interesting. It's huge though. I mean, it's like 670 pages. I don't think I quite grasped that when I picked that up. I also picked up Shouldnt Jutsu by Laura Jo Rowland. So I saw this recently on Kate Howe's channel. And it's really funny because once I was going, why does that name sound familiar? Turns out I have book 4 on my shelf that has been there probably for about 15 years, or whenever, I don't know when I got it. It's been there for years, and I never read it because I think I knew that it was part of a series and I forgot about it, and it's just been there, and I've never gotten rid of it in any of my purges, which is kind of hilarious because I've gone through many in that time period. But anyway, this is about let's see here. I think he's it's an investigator in Japan, I thought, but I don't remember now if it says what, but 17th century Japan mystery. I want to read it. And then really quickly, the last one I got here physically right now is Wench by Dorling Perkins Valdes. I saw this on Russell at Inker Paper Blog, and he was raving about it, and it has to do with 4 female slaves, and I'm guessing it's the 1800s. They go to some resort with their owners as kind of a retreat, and I think one of them tries to run away, and it kind of affects all of them. So I didn't get to this month. I was hoping to pick it up. It didn't happen, but I do want to pick this up at some point. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. This is too long. So anyway, I'm just gonna forget it. I'm not gonna tack on the last one because I'll just tell you what I'm gonna get here this week. So I do have a copy of I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara, and I've got the paperback copy. So I will probably read that sometime this year. I think I might get the audiobook too. I'm not sure. I like listening to true crime by audiobook. Anyway, so, but I am getting the physical copy of that here this next week. I think it comes out this week, and so my copy should show up. But since I talk too much, I'm not going to add that on the back. Just know that that's the last one. So technically, I bought 14 books that I knew about before last weekend. And then I did a lot of damage on my other book haul with my parents. So anyway, so that is my February book haul part 2. And again, most of it was inspired by the Reading Through the Ages. So I don't know how many of these I'm actually going to get to this year. It would be really cool if I could get to a lot of these. I am trying to read more books that come into my house, but I do have a tendency to get more books than it's possible to read right away. So we'll see what happens. But if you guys have read any of these books, let me know if they're good or which ones I should bump up on my TBR, because I am really mood reading right now. So let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.